Hello, beautiful humans. Today, I have a very important channeled message from the Arcturians to share with you. This message has actually been coming through for the last few weeks, and it has come through for quite a few people that I have spoken with in the last few days, for friends, family, and also clients. Thank you for those of you that are joining me live. Welcome, welcome. Nice to see all of you here. Hey, lovely. Yay. I get so distracted with you guys because I love it. I love that you're here and that you're interacting. Thank you so much. I'm assuming you can hear me okay. If you can't, please let me know in the comments. And before I share the message, I would like to say that we do have a very special guest with us here, like right there. Luna, my beautiful Black Panther, is joining us today. So thank you for joining, Luna, and sharing your beautiful shamanic energy with us. So, okay, everyone, this message, it comes deeply from my heart. And I really want you to take this message today. And I would love for you to attempt to implement this in your day-to-day life and attempt to implement it for a while. Don't just give up with one attempt or 1 week or 1 month. There's a great example, January is coming. And then we try all these new things in January, and then in February we stop. The gym is a classic example. So, without further ado, let me share the message with you. And there's something that we have noticed, and when I say we, it's the Arcturians' messages, so you guys know. We have noticed that there is something that is really lacking in humanity right now. And one of the reasons why that is lacking is because of some distortions, especially with religion. And what is lacking, everyone, is faith. And please, if you have any trauma around religion, about anything, stay with me. Faith has nothing to do with religion. And also, I am not bagging or saying anything negative about religion. It's because some people have had certain types of trauma with religion, growing up, being judged for being different, etc. Like I grew up in a Catholic, very Catholic country, and I felt very judged when I started coming out with my gifts and abilities of channeling and mediumship, more from that point of view of being judged. So what we really notice is this lack of faith in yourself, first and foremost, and in your ability to be the creator of your reality. And then the lack of faith that life has always got your back. And the lack of faith that there is a creation, that there is a creator, and lack of faith in that something is always there with you, no matter what you believe that is. And if you guys are here live with me, please let me know in the comment if this resonates. I would love to know if this resonates. And because one thing that I always speak about is that we need trust in ourselves, in our abilities, in life, in all that is, to create the life that we want to create, to live the life that we want to live in full alignment with our soul calling and share that with the world. And some of you are saying, yes, it does. Thank you. Thank you, lovely. And in order to have that trust, we have to have that faith. Because what are we trusting on, and why are we trusting? And I have to tell you that my relationship with faith has been very strong, but it has been on and off. And one thing that I noticed in the spiritual community, let's say a lot of people that are, you would say you're a starseed, you're a light worker, you're doing ascension work, you're doing this work for yourself, you're doing this work for humanity, you're supporting others, you're someone that came here to help others in some way, shape, or form. You're sharing your art with the world. You may be sharing your art through singing, through dancing, through painting. No, that is not just channeling and being a coach or a mentor and sharing your gifts in that way. There's many ways that you can channel gifts and share that with others and with the world and support humanity by authentically being you. And in this world of spirituality, I have noticed a lack of faith. And for a lot of people, that lack is there because of some, like I said at the start, some trauma with religion. And what the Arcturians shared during a session with a beautiful soul the other day, and they said, you must share this with others as well, is that they want you to start practicing this beyond religion, beyond knowing that, beyond believing that I am being religious if I have faith. And have you guys ever noticed a great example that come up? Sometimes you see celebrities or really famous people when they're talking about their success, they always talk about God. And they talk about like they share their prayers and their gratitude, and God has been always on my side. Some of them are quite religious. And it's because they've held on to that and they never doubted. So if they said, for example, when I started to share my gifts with the world in 2018, and honestly, there was nothing in my external reality that was showing me that things were going to work out. I had no clients, no one really knew about me, but I had so much faith in myself, in my gifts, and that I wanted to share that with the world, no matter what the results were going to be. I was never going to dare to give up. And I didn't need uh, instant external signs for me to keep going. And I kept going. And you know what I did? In 2019, after 12 months of doing my mission, it wasn't working. I actually got a job. I got a full-time job because it wasn't working. But getting the full-time job didn't mean that I gave up. I just needed to make sure that I was covering myself, that I was paying my bills so that I could keep going. I kept going. I did a shamanic initiation. Some of you may know, while I was still working full time. It's called Munaki Rites, and that was incredible. That's how Luna, beautiful Black Panther, that's joined us today, came into my life, because she kept coming into my dreams and saying, I want to be in your life physically. And then in 2020, World Madness happened. You guys know the story. I received the guidance, Rubia, it's time. You need to stop. You need to tell the world that you channel us, that you channel beings of light to be explicit channel extraterrestrial beings. And I lost my job, and I saw that as another synchronistic sign of the universe. And I kept going because I have faith. And I kid you not, every time that I felt weak, that I felt like giving up, maybe I should just get a job, because guys, it's not easy. If you're going to share your gifts with the world, I had business mentors and I had to learn how do I translate this so I could share it with you guys, and I could do it in a way that I was still able to live, that I was still able to make a living from it, simultaneously sharing this with the world. And it was very tough. And the times that I almost gave up, I just lost complete faith and trust in myself and in the universe and in creation of all that is. And having grown up Catholic, I do use the word God. And I know that a lot of people, excuse me, get triggered about that word. Exactly because of religion. But listen to what I just said. We have to be so careful about the triggers that we have that have programmed us to keep us further apart from our heart, from our soul, from our connection. So let these programs dissolve so that you can deeply connect with yourself and with all that is. And keep going. I know that it has been very tough for a lot of you. Last year, 2023, I had a very tough year. I literally thought I was going to die or that I was going to go crazy. I was in a hole, like a dark night of the soul for 6 months, and I experienced the depths of depression, of anxiety, and I would be in and out of something different. And I thought, I'm never gonna be happy again. And I had to fully accept where I was. And do you know what I did? Every single day, no matter where I was in the depths of that dark night of the soul, the bottom of the bottom, I prayed. I cried and I prayed every single day. And you can change the sprayer, you can change the words to align with your beliefs so that it's in alignment. So I'm sharing with you, I prayed for God and I asked. You can say, I prayed for the universe, or I spoke to the universe. Do it in a way that it's in alignment for you. I prayed for God every single day, and I said, God, and I feel emotional sharing this with you because I haven't tuned into that time of my life. Last year, exactly this time. Please help me, show me how it feels to be happy and excited about life again, because I have forgotten and I don't know if ever going to be possible again. And show me my mission on the planet, because I was in such a dark place. I wasn't sure if I wanted to channel ever again, if I wanted to work with people ever again. I remember saying, and if my path is to be live a normal life, working at a normal job, whatever that is, and get married and have kids, just show me. I am in. I am in. God, whatever it is, your path for me, show me and help me get out of this dark night of the soul. And I did that. And some days after praying, things would be worse. I would have a burst of, I would grieve. I feel this deep grief inside of me that it was like I was mourning the death of a person. It was so deep. So a lot of the times I was deep in my faith, deep in my prayer, and nothing was getting better. That's, dear souls, that is the ultimate test. That's when you keep going. And part of this incredible, powerful formula is that you take aligned action outside of your comfort zone. You take aligned action. You go and do something, even if you don't know if that thing's going to work. So at the time, obviously, I was a little bit desperate about how I was feeling. I also had this awful tinnitus in my ear, ringing in my ear like 24/7. People talk about ringing in the ear and, oh, it come and go. No, it was 24/7 and it was there morning and evening. I could hear it. And you can imagine like you're in a really low mood and there's something there that I didn't have peace. It was never quiet. So I was like, people would recommend things for me. And funny enough, even though I was in the bottom of the bottom, my intuition still worked. So people would recommend all sorts of things. Go and do this, see this practitioner, do this healing. I would tune in and I would go and do something. So kinesiology, chiropractor, and healing, you name it, I went and did it. And I did things that in the past I didn't believe that would be right to do. This is another thing that I see with a lot of people in the spiritual community, is like this belief is it's either this way or the highway. It's like in Brazil we say this. Now I can't even remember in Portuguese or in English, where you're just looking this way, and you're not giving yourself the opportunity to look outside and doing things that are outside of your comfort zone. So I just had faith that no matter what path I was taking, no matter what actions I was taking, I was going to be guided to healing. And I went and spent 4 months with my family in Brazil, and I was seeing a nutrologist. It's like a holistic doctor. And I noticed that a lot of people in the spiritual community seem to like, I don't want to see a doctor. I don't want to do blood tests. Guys, it's a holistic doctor. It's different than a normal doctor. Because one of the things that also pulled me out of that dark night of the soul was actually getting blood tests and seeing what was happening to my body. There were many things that were not in alignment. B12, iron, thyroid hormones. There was a lot of chaos that was happening with my body. And I had to address those so that I could start to feel better. And here I am today. Since then, since coming out of that dark night of the soul, of that spiritual awakening, Kundalini awakening, midlife crisis, I'm telling you all the names that people have for it. I have already featured in 2 incredible podcasts, one of them being The Next Level Soul, one of them being Just Tap In with Emilio. You guys have seen it. I'm sharing this with you because also I know that for a lot of people that are going through a tough time right now. And I remember thinking, just go for a beach walk or do some breath work and everything's going to be okay. And now I understand that it's not that if you're going through something so deep. So life-changing. And I know that you guys, I really want to have a quick read on your comments. Oh my God, there's so many of you here. Thank you so much for joining and commenting. Someone said, yes, this resonates very much for me as my faith in myself is being tested. Yeah. Guys, faith in yourself is a huge one. When I was going through the dark night of the soul, I shut my channel and I said to the Arcturians, I don't want anything to do with you. Please don't be in my field. And they left and they said, it's okay. You have the full sovereignty. You get to choose if you ever want to co-create, we will be here. And for me, the only thing that it felt safe was connecting to God, Jesus, and Mary. And that was it, because I really went back to my faith, having grown up in a Catholic country. And I wasn't being religious or anything, but for me, I needed that the hand of God, and I needed to be held by that divine feminine and that divine masculine. That was the only thing that felt safe for me. And that was one of the things that, and through that process, I wanted to see, is the work that I'm doing really in full alignment to serve humanity, to serve other beautiful souls at the highest, teaching channeling, teaching ascension. And I have so much more reverence for the work that I do and for sharing this with you. And another beautiful soul said, this is exactly where I am now. Each day my guides say to show up fully with each present moment and trust. And that's it. Before I was doing this live, I always like to take some notes and make sure that, you know, I am prepared, and I have my computer here. I'm prepared, and there was nothing. And it said, Ruby, you have to have faith and trust that you're going to press live and everything is going to flow through you. That's the ultimate test of faith and trust. Especially for someone like me, I like to be organized. I do have something that I wrote here that I want to share with you. It is very important that you are being so mindful who you are receiving these messages from. I see a lot of leaders out in the world, incredible, amazing leaders that people have put on a pedestal because they are not sharing their struggles. They are like, people will perceive them as an angel on earth, as a fairy on earth that has no problems, no darkness, no shadow. Guys, please know, these people, this does not exist on this planet of duality and paradoxes. Every single human being on this earth has a polarity to who they are, to the lights that they show you. There is a shadow, there is a darkness, there is a polarity. Call it whatever you like. But if you are seeing leaders out there that you are putting them on a pedestal, why is it that you're doing that? And how is it that you're comparing yourself? And how is it that you're capping yourself because you believe that you can never achieve the results, the success, or the angel, or the fairy, the angel, the light that they achieve? And I know a lot of leaders. I've met leaders all over the world, and I've seen the backstage of leaders' life, many of them, and some that are famous, you could say. And there's like, excuse my French, there is shit hitting the fan in a lot of their lives. I couldn't think of another word. I don't like swearing on social media. And so please stop putting people on a pedestal and go out there and share your gifts unapologetically. And like I said, your gift is unique to you. And we all channel something. I talk a lot about channeling. I channel the Arcturians. I'm channeling this message for you right now. You may channel music. You may channel being a DJ. You may channel your painting, your art. You may channel smiling to strangers on the streets and completely changing people's days with your smile. And someone said, I've been stepping to courage more and more, speaking my truth straight from my heart and being in service. Exactly. I love that. Lovely. Thank you for sharing. Absolutely need clarity, all the elements of the self to find alignment. And someone said something in Espanol. I love Spanish. I hear you on my soul podcast and I felt so much connection with you. Oh, so beautiful. Qué bueno sería escucharte en español. I can understand a little bit of Spanish, but I don't speak Spanish. I am learning. Thank you, beautiful souls. Um, so, beautiful souls, I invite you. I would love for you to take on this message today. And I would love for you to write this down somewhere. Arcturian and Rubia's channeled message. And for you to practice faith for at least 21 days, every single day, and see how it feels in your heart. And if you practice today for the first time and you haven't done this in a long time and nothing happens, please don't give up. Please keep going. It's like you're going to the gym and you're doing bicep curls and you have no biceps, and then the day after you're like, oh my God, I have no biceps, I'm going to stop going to the gym. It's the same thing. I want you to go out there, share this message with the world as well of faith, and then start to share yourself more authentically with the world. And just before I finish this live, I would love to share a quick healing activation with you. And someone said, thank you for sharing your dark night of the soul stories, as I have a feeling that I may lose my job and also have been a feeling of deep sadness. So this is right on point for me. Thank you, lovely, for sharing this, because one last thing that's remind me to share with you. When you pray and you ask for your dreams, I asked in 2020, God, show me, because I am working full time. I already quit my job a couple of years ago. Why is my mission? I have a beautiful heart with a good soul to share with the world. Why things aren't working out for me? And you know what happened? I lost my job. And for some, they will be like, oh my God, now I'm going to freak out because I lost my job. But I didn't, because I knew that things working out in my favor. So instead of freaking out, I kept listening. Okay, show me the next step. And then the next step. And I was guided. I was provided. I had money that came out of nowhere that supported me during the time of COVID. There were things that were supporting me. I had then a coach that employed me, another coach that employed me to teach channeling in her program while I was building my mission. Life was always on my side because I believed it. So please do the same. Please do the same and practice this. And like I said, it may take some time for you to practice really honing in, feeling this faith inside of you. So beautiful souls, if you're receiving this, and you can if you're not driving, I invite you to really receive this message now. I'm going to do a channeled healing, maybe about 5 minutes. So if you're not driving and you can do this safely, and if you can't, you can watch the replay after. I invite you to close your eyes and take a few long, deep breaths in through your nose and out, either through your nose or mouth. And really feel your body and mind relax a little bit deeper. And as you breathe deeply and slowly, really tuning into your heart now, and no matter what experience you're having, no matter what you're feeling, what you're seeing, what you're knowing, know that this healing is reaching your heart and your soul. Feeling a beautiful, healing white light around your auric field. And let this white light now, dear souls, touch your heart. And feel this white light, this beautiful light now descend from your crown chakra all the way down through your whole being, the top of your head, through your forehead, your throat, your chest, your belly and your hips, all the way down to your feet. And you feel this energy pulsating through your hands. And you allow the key code. You allowed the memory, the remembering of deep faith and trust in yourself, in life, in creation of all that is. You deeply connect with who you are, with your mission on planet Earth, and with your heart and your soul, and you let this beautiful, healing white light to perform miracles in your life today and moving forward. You let this light, dear one, heal your body, heal your mind, heal your soul. You let this light guide your life, especially in the next 48 hours, for the miracles that you have been calling. You let this light bless you. Bless you, dear souls. You let yourself receive the blessings of creation. You remember how it feels to feel worthy of receiving. You remember how it feels to feel worthy of being an infinite, abundant, and prosperous being walking planet Earth. You remember how it feels to feel safe in your body and to feel safe to express your authentic self with the world. You remember, dear soul, the truth of who you really are. That you are a fractal of Creator experiencing itself in this human form. And you receive full permission from all that is to go out there and share yourself authentically with humanity. You remember, feeling now a beautiful flash of white light in your heart and in your forehead, bringing light, shining through your whole being. Let yourself receive, dear souls. We send you so much love, and remember that we are always with you, your guides. The Arcturians and your families of light are always with you, guiding you, listening to you. We invite you to listen to us more through the synchronistic signs of the universe, through the repetitive numbers, through conversations with loved ones, with friends, with strangers. Allow us to connect with you in the multiple different ways that we are always doing so. We are sending you so much love, and we will continue to walk this path with you with faith and trust, unity and peace. Thank you, beautiful souls, for receiving this beautiful healing, this channeled healing. For those of you that joined live and are watching the replay, I would love to hear in the comments. You can come back after I upload the live. Let us know how you receive this. Feel this beautiful field of light that has been created between all of us here today. Remember that you are so guided, you are so supported. And hold on to that faith and that trust. And I promise you that if together we all do that, we become the new earth. We first and foremost, individually, become the fifth dimensional realm. And then there is no other choice but for our external reality to become a match to our internal state. So, dear ones, allow these frequencies to be you. Be the frequencies. And work with the parts of you that may reject them, the parts of the shadow. First, become the 5D yourself and let the external become that too. You guys said, thank you for your powerful words and share of your experience. My heart's smiling. Thank you. Thank you, beautiful souls. That was beautiful. Thank you. Yay. So beautiful. Your voice changed. Thank you. I was channeling some beautiful beings of light. Special energies and transfers we are all experiencing and sharing right now. Thank you so much, beautiful souls. Dear Ju said, oh my God, it was very strong here. Needed this energy. My gosh. Thanks, Rubia. Yay. Beautiful humans. I love you all so much. Please stay tuned for everything that I'm sharing. And I'm sending you all so much love. And I really, 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 from the bottom of my heart, hope that this changed your life in a positive way today. Much love.